All right, so back for another trip. Got this gigantic laptop camera case to take over the new stuff to AGF Europe squad and Maxime running the scene over there. Tried to go, if you guys were following, I tried to go in September to AGF Berlin, but the hurricane actually got me stuck in DC. I was up in DC visiting family. The hurricane in Florida messed that up on September 2nd. So we're going over there now with our new system that we have in America with recording matches and uploading them to the athlete profile and a new computer system and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm heading over there doing right now, and gonna go see the squad from Belgium over in Berlin, Germany, and have a good time. I'm also registered. I'm doing adult no-gi, not adult, but old man division. And looking for a good time, man, having fun, and good to see everybody's faces again. This is a good squad that I'm working with. They've worked a bunch of events in Europe, so they're getting better and better and about to be released on their own soon. All right, see y'all in Berlin. Holy smokes, that was wild. So got to the airport, Pelican case. I guess there's an embargo, something going on like that between that they can't have briefcases or suitcases, luggage over 70 pounds. So I had to go buy another bag and freaking put weight into that bag. What a hustle. Running to the gate now. So I'm in this pod booth. They have these pod booths sometimes at the Sky Lounge. I'm a Delta Sky Lounge member, and so I could run in and eat, grab a coffee. I don't have to stand in other lines. I could just do that when I travel because I go to the tournaments so often. And they got these like pod booths, I guess you would call it, right? So you can adjust the volume and the lights and do all that kind of stuff and change stuff. So I could do video review. I'm here for 3 hours, and I'm looking at one of the podcasts that we did last week and some other footage, and I approve a lot of the stuff and go through it. So that's what we're doing here. I'm stuck on a layover for 3 hours in New York, but the job never stops. I have emails to do. I also secure facilities for the American Grappling Federation. So it's a constant cycle of signing certificates of insurance and paying down payments and getting with coordinators, and coordinators lose their job and change, and just so many different things, from schools to convention centers to high schools to, man, you name it. So different countries as well. I'm the one who deals with the other countries, and it's a lot. So that's what we're doing. And well, at least that's what I'm doing here in New York in my little private pod in the lounge.
For them to be able to win 2 trophies versus people who have
So here, guys, we're going to be wrapping up with the open guard that we've been working with for months already, right? I just want to repeat a little bit this spider lasso situation we've been working with, right? Entry and sweeps, just so we're all on the same page. I'm going to show another passing from this position, and then from next month, we're going to move forward to something else. So here, guys, situation that we've been working. Mihai is controlling my legs, right, to pass. As I start accessing my legs, I start accessing his sleeves as well, making grips. Make sure everyone, no pistol grips, right? Opening with the thumb, fingers in, the opening of the grip facing you. From here, everyone, I'm already pummeling my foot, so I can already step on my partner's bicep. Understanding everyone, I want to go to the edge here on my partner's elbow, so I can start controlling the shoulder as I start establishing my right foot on my partner's bicep. I'm already turning to my right, extending my right leg so I can have full control of my partner's shoulder. Okay, from here, I'm going to keep my partner's shoulder fully extended, pulling one arm, extending the other to make sure that he cannot posture. And now once I have this control, I'm going to throw my leg around so I can get the lasso. Again, hitting the elbow, and I square. Make sure everyone, keep your shoulders close to your knees so your partner cannot posture. Okay, from here, everyone, we have 2 sides to work with. Right, we're going to work with both using simple sweeps just so we can keep the flow of the exercise. Make sure everyone with the lasso that you keep your partner's hand inside. Once I work with the lasso of one, I'm just going to cross my foot from one side to the other so I can prevent him reaching the lasso side, already controlling my partner's leg, either by making a pant grip or just going under the leg. Okay, for the first sweep, as we've been working with, I just want to push my partner from my right to my left. Okay, guys, if your partner is doing a good resistance and you're not simply able to turn him from one side to the other, you can step your foot on the floor so you have a little bit more power here to move your hip. My partner's hand went on the ground. That means that he has no balance. So I'm going to push him over the shoulder that I have controlled. I'm going to come up, and I'm going to allow Mihai to do the same. I'm controlling his pants. He goes for the spider. He goes for the lasso. He squares. He's already going for the lasso sweep. Once he falls, doing the same. Control his sleeves as he's controlling my pants. Left foot on his bicep. I'm already establishing the spider here. Fully extending. Okay, guys, make sure you're pushing one arm, extending the other. Establish the lasso on the other side. Here we are with the spider lasso, keeping your partner close to you. As I go for the spider, very similar, okay, everyone? Cross my foot, control the pants. See how I'm keeping my partner, my knee close to my shoulder the entire time, okay, guys? If I extend my leg here, I offer him space to pass. Keep your partner's posture broken. Foot on the floor. Again, I break his balance by pushing him from one side to the other. As I have his balance broken, now I'm going to kick so I can bring him down, right? I'm going to allow him to get the guard so he does the same thing. We're just going to be working like this. He establishes. He's going to go for the spider. He's going to break my balance, kick me up. I fall. I establish the guard. Just so you can start like this, warming up, recapping what we've seen before so we're all on the same page. Entering the spider lasso, getting the sweep. The other one comes up. We do the same thing, okay? We're going to do this 5 minutes. Get your partners and let's start everyone. All right, everyone. So again, everyone, we're going to be working here with passing, right? We're going to work in a more traditional way here to pass the spider lasso. And I want to just make sure here, I'm going to stop at some point just to explain why I do a little bit different than we see happening over there. So basically, everyone, we're going to start the same way. As I start attacking my partner's guard, he establishes his guard, and he traps me here. So once I see myself in this position, everyone, what is important for me to understand is that my shoulder is fully trapped, right? Posturing up is not a viable option. My partner has my both shoulders controlled, so I have to make sure that I start at least somehow stopping him from playing around with me so I can start passing. So the first thing I'm going to do here, everyone, is find a reasonable base. So I like to square a little bit. You guys can go on your knees as well, but I don't like to do this so much because as I go on my knees, I become too heavy. And if he kicks me over there, for example, here I start losing a little bit of balance. So I prefer to stay on my feet. But again, everyone, find your own base, basically in a way that your partner is not able to move you back and forth. And therefore, everyone, when you're here, I'm going to ask you guys to talk to each other. Ask your partner on the bottom to see if he or she can move you. And then you guys are going to see if you're in a good spot or not. So most of the times, everyone, when I'm here, I'm looking forward to start with the spider because it's a weaker control than the lasso, so it's easier for us to break. But I need to make sure that I go to the spider side without being thrown to the other, right? Otherwise, it's always breaking my balance. So from here, everyone, I'm going to find a grip, right, with the lasso here. So I can grab his belt. I can grab the collar. I'm going to grab the belt because it's closer here. Right, I'm gonna make a grip, and at the same time that I make a grip, I'm closing my elbow just so Mihai is not throwing my shoulder to the side the entire time. I'm going to move aside here, and I'm going to start pushing my knee against his knee so I can block his leg. From here, Mihai is probably doing a strong grip, right? He doesn't want me to break the control. Here, everyone, make sure that you're not simply pulling out, but really explode this grip, okay? Otherwise, you guys are gonna have a hard time. I want you guys to pay attention to the position that I have here, everyone, how I'm pushing my hip forward so I can push against his grip and pull out on the other side. And also, everyone, posture, okay? Shoulders forward. Make sure you're not like this. Otherwise, your partner can turn into a collar grip or something like this. And I want to be posture here. At the moment that I broke the grip, I'm already establishing a grip on my partner's pants, and now I'm going to take care of the lasso. Okay, from here, everyone, at the moment, I can do a pant grip or control the leg, but at the moment that I establish this leg here, everyone, I'm going to start moving away here with knee high, right? Now, everyone, I want to break free from the lasso, and the problem that I have at this point is that his foot is under my armpit, so moving here is not going to be an option. So what I need to do is remove this foot first, right? So I'm going to start driving my elbow towards his hip so I can push his foot away. And now I can start driving my shoulder against his knee. Okay? The thing is, everyone, a lot of people try to pass straight here. I don't like that because if I'm moving straight from one, to the side control here, once I have this position, I know that Mihai is going to try to invert, turtle, and there's a good chance that I lose him. So from here, at the moment that I break, I'm already turning back, and I'm going to push my leg through so I can turn this into a leg drag position. Okay, once I go for the leg drag of one, I'm able to stabilize my partner's hip here. It's not going to be able to turtle, not going to be able to invert, and now I can take my time here, establishing a good control. Make sure of one, when you have the leg drag, like we're seeing a million times before already, the knee pointing to your partner's face, right? If you give your partner access to the side of the knee, he can push. Make sure your knee is facing him, lower with your hip. I like to take his shoulder from the ground, so I make this collar grip here on the top shoulder. And here we're going to stop. Okay, guys, I just want you guys to go from a difficult position, which you're being controlled, to a good one where you have the control so you can already start connecting with your passing. And then I'm going to show another way that we can deal with this arm. Like I said before, I don't move to the shoulder as long as this frame is here, right? Otherwise, he's going to regard as soon as I move, right? So one more time. So I'm here with Mihai, right? Establish a spider lasso. I'm being controlled. I just need to make sure that I can work with a little bit of peace, okay, guys? Understanding that this is my partner's position, right? So here, one, I need to make sure that I'm lowering myself, right? Keeping my hips low in a way that he cannot pull me to him. He cannot push me back, right? And I'm going to make a grip. This time the collar was closer. I'm going to grab whatever is closer, okay, guys? Close your elbow so he has less mobility here with the lasso. We're going to take care of the spider. Look how I am not circling, right? This is not going to work. I just want to do a quick tap to the side, and I push with my knee so I can break the grip on the other side, controlling my partner's leg. Okay? I step away so I can create space for the hip, and look how I use my shoulder. I drive my elbow down, but my shoulder pushes his foot away, immediately driving my shoulder against my partner's knee so he's not able to face me and establish another guard. If I stay here and I try to go straight for the shoulder without establishing any grip on my partner's hip, for sure he's going to either invert or go to turtle. He has a chance of regarding. I don't want that. So here, guys, I can use this hand that is free at the moment to pull his leg, drive my knee inside, and now I have the leg drag. Okay, once I have the leg drag, I like to establish an upper body control as well. Make sure you're close to your partner's hip. We're going to stop here. Okay, knee pointing to your partner's face, right? Lower here so we can start attacking the pass, right? Dealing with this arm that is on the way and causing us problems. In a faster pace of one, establishes the spider lasso. I'm already establishing myself here heavy. Move to the side, break. Control, remove this leg straight with the leg drag here. All good? No need to be fast, okay, everyone? Let's understand the steps. Once we're okay with the steps, then we can speed up. Thanks, Mihai. Different ways of moving from the leg drag to the shoulders, right? The thing that I want to talk more about the most is this frame. Okay, guys, so we can pick different ways just to make sure that we deal with this. So again, I'm going to be here. Mihai gets his spider lasso. I'm making the grip. Watch your posture, okay, everyone? Make sure that your shoulder is not here. Otherwise, Mihai can kick me up here, and I'm gonna lose balance, right? So I want to be heavy, knee against his knee to break the grip. I move away, remove the foot. Here, guys, drive your shoulder on the side of your partner's knee to make sure that your partner cannot turn the hip to you. I can use this leg, and I can go straight here with my leg drag. The thing with the leg drag of one is that we have a really strong control on our partner, right? I have the collar grip. I have my hip over his hip, very hard for him to move in any way. For example, shrimping or hit or inverting, turtling, right? But my concern right now is this frame that he has here, the top one. If I understand that I have a good control, even if he's not pushing me or anything, he's just keeping this arm here. If I try to turn to the shoulder right now, like I see a lot of people doing like this frame is going to be used for him to regard. At the moment that I let go of the hip, he's already turning and bringing this knee inside, right? So that's why I want, very important that we deal with this arm. I've shown a few times, right, how we can push this arm out of the way and connect the chest, right? I show different ways that we can get this underhook or from here, from the outside, so I can open, go for a crossface, right? Today I want to work a little bit with head and arm control. I showed this last class, but some of you weren't here. So from here, guys, again, I had this grip. I'm going to stay tight. I'm going to be pushing his elbow a little bit to the inside. And here, very important one that we're not fighting arm against arm, right? If I try to push Mihai's arm in and he keeps this here, right, this is going to be complicated. So add a little bit of shoulder. Look, everyone, how I turn my shoulder so I can add pressure. Now, everyone, I'm going to let go of my partner's collar so I can push my arm across. Once I push my arm across, everyone, I'm going to drive my hand all the way in and drive my head against his tricep here. Okay, once I have this position, guys, I'm going to be grabbing his shoulder on one side, driving my head against his head on the other so he cannot remove the arm, right? I need this arm to be trapped together with this head here. Okay, some people like to connect hands, right? For the moment, I'm not doing this. I'm just going to keep my partner's head and arm trapped by grabbing my partner's shoulder here on the back. And now I can start progressing here to the side. From here, everyone, we have a few options. I'm not going to talk so much about this right now. I want to discuss this another time. But basically, everyone, I could go for a choke, right? I already have here this head and arm position. I could go for a choke. I can switch to knee on belly and then slide to the mount, right? Switch position so I can have the position. Go for the mount, right? Straight to the asphalt and attacking the arm bar. Could be also, you can ask your partner, just example, okay? To get an underhook here, so as to get an underhook, straight for the arms in the back, or you use the underhook to mount to the back, right? All right, everyone, today I want to focus a little bit on maintaining control and also attacking. Right, lay down, please, Christoph. Right, so I want to work on those two situations that we were already putting in the drills before. First, we're going to work with side control, and then we're going to work with the turtle as well, right? So basically, everyone, we've been doing guard for a long time. I want to see how we can establish it, we can work in this position, understanding that most of the times, right, people that reach this point, the on side control, are going to be winning. They pass the guard, they score the points here, right, and they're going to have the top position. But one thing about the side control here, one that I consider a little bit problematic is the fact that it is a strong position to hold someone down. But when we're talking about doing transitions or attacking and stuff, it becomes a little bit more complicated because I'm going to commit my arms into attacks and my partner is probably going to use those gaps to escape, right? So from here on, we're going to keep this idea of the person on top is winning, the person on the bottom is losing. Let's keep like person on top is 3-0 because of the guard passing points, right? But what is important here for everyone, we're going to do this round 2.5 minutes. So 2.5 minutes is a long time, right? Enough for you guys on the bottom to regard and score the points you need, right? Or use the guard to get the submission you need, right? So everyone has the opportunity to work. I want you guys to understand the scenario here, everyone, that if you're on top of one, you cannot allow your partner to get the guard back, okay? So it is important also to understand that if I'm on top here with Christoph, I'm doing a pretty good job of holding him down. I can have a strong cross face here and keeping him on the floor, but I'm not allowed to stay here the whole day as well, right? Because I'm gonna get penalized. 2.5 minutes is enough time for you guys to get disqualified, right? So I want also you guys to keep in mind that you're supposed to be active, whether it's with submissions, whether it's with transitions to improve your position. I don't mind. I just want to see you guys working from here, right? Trying to get knee on bed, right? Trying to go to the mount, trying to attack submissions. I have this arm, I have the neck, right? Work with sequences that you like. Understanding of one, if you're on top, you want to be dynamic, right? If you just stay holding here, right, you get penalized. If your partner start getting frames and you keep holding, you will lose your position. So understanding this basic concept, people, my partner got frames here, right? I'm switching to something else, right? He's working against my knee on bed here. Now I have his arm. I can work with different sequences, can move the arm bars and stuff. So I want to see you guys being dynamic, being able to switch from one position to the other. That's what control means, right? You're one step ahead, use that in your favor, right? If you get a submission, great, start over. We're not going to reset if you guys score points, okay? You can score, I don't know, 300 points on your partner and keep going, right? The full 2.5 minutes. Obviously, if you get a submission, you start over. People on the bottom, okay? Stay calm, and as your partner moves, you move, right? If your partner is just holding here, you on top, right? Not trying anything, spazzing is not gonna work, okay? If you spaz, you're probably gonna offer your partner more opportunities to attack. So here, guys, I'm here with this, right? I have this position. At the moment that I start setting an attack, I will have to create some sort of space, and this is his cue to start escaping as well. Now he has a chance of getting the guard back. Get your guard back. Make sure that you go all the way until you have an effective guard so you can start attacking. Okay, once you have your guard, let's be aggressive, okay, everyone? Trying to get your submissions, right? Your sweeps, your back takes, right? Again, 2.5 minutes, enough time for you guys to score. Make sure you're using this time in your favor. It's against you, but it's enough time for you guys to work, right? I said 2.5, I'm going to do 3, actually. So I want one of you on top. Maintaining position. Don't allow your partner to get guard. Try to be aggressive and score more points or submit. People on the bottom, as soon as you can, establish your guard back, and let's work from the guard so you guys can tie that. Again, the person on top is winning by 3. Person on the bottom, make sure you're working to even that out. We're going to do 3 minutes. I'm going to give you guys, I'm not going to give any breaks, okay? You guys switch as soon as you can. Especially when we have this position, dynamic sorts of fight are going to be tricky, right? We want to be progressing the position, but not at the expense of our control, right? So this is some people I see that, for example, they want to hold the position, they're just holding and not doing anything. That's a problem. But everyone, if you want to make sure that you're not losing the position, but at the same time don't get punished, make sure, guys, that you're attacking. If you see that you're about to lose the position, there's no problem coming back to make sure that you don't lose, that you don't allow your partner to get guard, right? We've been doing this 3 minutes round. If I'm here with Steve, right, I'm attacking Steve, I have the control. I go for Americana here. I realize that he's already getting that frame here, right, and getting his guard back, right? If I keep attacking the Americana here, there's a pretty good chance that he will get his guard back. And having to deal, so I'm winning him by 3-0 in this exercise that we did, right? Having to deal with his guard for the next 3 minutes could be problematic. 3 minutes is a lot of time for my partner to work, right? So what I mean here, guys, you're seeing that you're attacking the Americano, right? Your partner starts using this to get the guard. Forget about the Americano, regain your position, right? Start again. You're not going to get penalized because you're attacking, right? So you're going to get penalized either if you're just holding or if you're just switching side to the side without doing anything. This is a clear way of that you see that people are trying to fool the referees into showing them that they're active, but just switching sides is not going to show anyone that you're active, okay? What is going to show you, the referee, that you're active is the fact that you're trying to progress your position or attack a submission. You're trying to attack a submission. Your partner used this to get the guard, and you let go of the submission. You tried something, right? Make sure you're not sacrificing positions, okay? Especially with such a long time on the clock. You're winning, right? You have a good control, right? Let's progress in a safe way, right? We don't want to risk good positions. Right now, everyone, I want to do a similar thing, but this time from the turtle, right? We are going to be on turtle position. I want to see you guys from the top, controlling here from behind, right? Getting the control of the hip. Would suggest, everyone, if you're maintaining control of someone in the turtle, stay close to the hip, right? I see a lot of people that they are close to the head, sometimes because we ended up in a sprawl situation, and I'm here, right? This is a good place to attack submissions, right? You have the neck, you have the arm, but also not so hard for him to sit and establish guard on me, right? He was, as Steve was already doing here, he was already trying to collect my leg and try to take me down, right? So here, guys, exactly, that could be a problem. So from here on, make sure we're starting here from behind, right? I already have my arm close to my hip. And here one, same thing, right, with the 3 minutes, and make sure that you're attacking. What is the difference between the first position and this one, guys, is that side control is a much safer position for you to hold someone. In the turtle, Steve has shoulders and hips free, which allow him to move a lot more. So you guys are going to see a lot more scrambling happening from here, okay? Make sure, everyone, that you're controlling the scrambling, right? Keep yourself close to the hip, right? I'm moving here. Try to bring my partner down, controlling. If you bring your partner down, establish seatbelt so you can hold the shoulder as well, right? So very important that we're making sure that we are always ahead in the scrambling. Again, trying to progress, trying to get your attacks, right? Also, the difference, everyone, is what you get from getting to this point, right? We're going to talk about the scenario that is really common. I was passing Steve's guard. Steve went to turtle, and now here we are at this point. Depending on the tournament, you get an advantage, you get 1 point, you get nothing. Right? It doesn't matter which situation you have in terms of points here. What is important for us, guys, is to understand that even though, let's say that I don't get anything from reaching this point, it is still my position. I'm still in control, right? I have access to his back, right? I can attack arms, necks, and legs, right? So make sure, guys, you're using this. People on the bottom, right? The advantage that your partner has is small, but you don't want to stay here forever. I always say, guys, that turtle is a great position to go to if you're defending, not a great position for you to stay. If you stay stuck here trying to close yourself here, I can guarantee your partner will find a way to find space and attack you somehow, right? So you guys are in the turtle. Try to get out as soon as you can, right? Try to roll, try to get the guard back, right? Even standing up, right? So turn over. Even standing up from here, right? Bring yourself up and stuff here. That's fine, right? You guys work from standing. Doesn't matter, right? But make sure, everyone, that you're not wasting any time here, right? You have a lot more room to work than you had in the side control. In the side control, you're really waiting for that small gap to escape, right? In the turtle, you can scramble a lot more. Take advantage of the fact that your hips and shoulders are up, right? Not against the ground anymore. Use this. Explode so you can get your guard back, so you can stand up again and score and submit if you need, okay? Understand, person that starts on top, you guys have a better situation. So you're probably winning the fight at this point, okay? But it's not a big margin, so make sure, guys, you're trying to improve that by taking a partner's back, by getting a submission, or working in other ways, such as going for the mouth or whatever. Are we clear on this? Okay. Again, everyone, we're doing the same thing. I'm going to give you guys a bigger break because I imagine that we're going to have more scrambling. So I'm going to give you extra 10 seconds in the breaks. But we're doing the same thing. 3 minutes, 40-second break, then another 3 minutes. I want to work a little bit here on your cardio, also on your will to win. And basically, everyone, the position that we're going to start from, I'm going to be like this, right? Philip is going to have the control of my hip here, right? And I'm going to be in this position here, right? I'm going to be pushing the head away, and he's going to be trying to conquer the top position. You guys can see that right now, I have my hand on the ground, right? Meaning that I don't have my shoulders on the ground, so I can have frames. I have space to work my legs, but Philip obviously doesn't want that to happen. So here, everyone, we are going to be doing this. Let's do 1 minute rounds, meaning, everyone, that I'm winning by 2, right? And if Philip goes all the way to my shoulder and establish top position on me right now, he passes the guard, he scores 3 points and beats me, right? So here, guys, I am not going to accept this, right? I'm going to start with my frame. Philip has his body lock here, and I'm going to be trying to work my way out of this. If I'm able to regard here with Philip, great for me. We start over, okay? This time we're resetting if we conquer anything. If Philip is able to score on me, right, either with the side control or I see that he's scoring, I go to the turtle. Here, no points yet, right? If he gets my back, for example, right now, oh, God, stuff. Now he scores. Now he's beating me 42 because of the back kick. Okay, so we're going to do this for 1 minute, everyone. In 1 minute, guys, I want you to keep that in mind. First of all, you're not gonna let your partner establish any position on you. Scramble the shit out of that, okay? Your partner is coming to your shoulder, turtle, you're still here, you're still up, you're not flat, right? You're still here, right? You're still able to move. Philip is moving further and further up. I can see that. Go back, Philip. You're making this harder and harder. That's fine. You're here on my hip, okay? Otherwise, too easy. Either way, I'm here with Philip, right? And I'm gonna have the control here, right? So I can push his head with my hand, with my elbow, it doesn't matter. The idea here, everyone, is again, if you're winning people, you're not gonna allow your partner to conquer a position on you. So if you see your partner is coming to your shoulder, turtle, right? Right? If you see, you can frame, push the head, break the grips, regard, or go to turtle, hold for 1 minute. Just make sure your partner is not setting any control on you. You're the one here on top of one. You have a very strong position. You have a body lock, okay? Guys, in 1 minute, it's enough for you to solidify a position. Either side control, either the, I don't know, neo belly, or back or mount, whatever. Get something, guys. You have the opportunity to beat your partner. Anything you get from this, right, is going to make you win this match. So I want to see you guys fighting for this position. Don't let your partner turtle. Your partner is trying to turtle. Pull the hip back here. Exactly, okay? You have the hip control. Make sure you stabilize the position, right? We're going to do this 4 times, meaning 1 minute. I'm going to start here. I'm beating Philip, but Philip has a better position, right? After 1 minute, you guys are going to have 30-second break, and then you switch. Whoever was winning on the bottom is going to be losing on top, right? After that, 30 seconds. You guys switch partners real quick, and we do this again. If you're on top, score, we start over. If you're on the bottom, get your guard back, we start over. If we go to the turtle, we continue. Are we clear on this? All good? All right, everyone. Last exercise of the day, okay? People, get your partner, and let's work.
I'm Alex Fuchs from Gracie Berlin. I'm one of the assistant coaches here. And yeah, I'm going to be showing a little bit how to take the back from cross-ashi with a body lock using one of my best students here, Emil Engler. So we're going to see him a lot in the next competitions. So since in cross-ashi, we are already always expecting the person to turn out, we can start taking the back with a body lock. We have 2 variations. One would be a bit more athletic, where we get the body lock first, pummel the legs out second. And the less athletic variation will be to pummeling the legs out first and getting the body lock second. When we get the body lock first, we want to have our head straight. We want to start using our reap leg to start pumping him to the side, getting enough space to get our first crab right hook. From here, we can start creating a bit of space to pummel the reap leg out, and that will lead us to start coming up, and from here, start exposing the back. Then the less athletic variation is expecting the roll through. So as he rolls, I'm just going to open the legs first out and get the body lock second, and from here, I can start exposing the back again. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just because your knee is already kind of in the way, so you can't really get the head anywhere. So you at least have that frame, so I can start pushing him with the head. Then I can start getting it in. But I would say that if you can get the head behind, you should. But if you have the head in the middle, it also, because you can start maybe working a guillotine or something like this. So keeping the head in the middle always prevents any strangles. And from here, I can start using head pressure and my left foot, to start creating space, knocking him down, getting the crab right hook second. And then the crab right is going to help me take the leg out. And that's going to let me start coming up and start exposing the back from here. The second variation is for a little bit less athletic people. So I fake going for the heel. He's going to roll with me. And in the roll, I open up the legs first. And then I start setting the body lock second, so I can have a little bit more mobility to take the legs out.
Yeah. I'm freaking exhausted. I tell you what, it is rough traveling overseas, being up for nearly 48 hours, getting off a plane, going straight to a gym and training. They had gi and then they had no gi. I did the interview with Felipe Cansado, did some extra stuff with another professor, Alex. Did training. Man, I'm exhausted. It is a little intimidating and nerve-wracking too. I mean, even being a 3rd-degree black belt, you know, I'm gonna roll into a city with a bunch of killers and people waiting on the mats for you. And you know, I'm trying not to get injured for a tournament tomorrow, and I'm trying to still train and not get hurt in general, but you know, everyone wants to roll with you. But Gracie Berlin, totally awesome. They were cool. Guys weren't trying to hurt me. Everyone's, you know, they did a competition class as well too. And it's like, everyone was super awesome and, you know, drilling and training without trying to kill each other the day before the tournament. So well organized and well put together by Felipe. I'm absolutely exhausted. It's like 13:51, 1:51 for the Americans in the afternoon. I got to go check into the hotel and pass out for a few hours because we have setup later tonight. Setup's actually 10 to midnight. It's really late. And then we're up tomorrow, and then I compete tomorrow. So, yeah, but, you know, shout out to the people who travel, train, and compete, man. It's rough on you, but I'm going to go try and catch some Z's and make up for it. Shout out to the guys at Gracie Berlin. So, Max is pulling up with the crew, but we're in Berlin, and the truck is way up that street, so I don't know how setup's going to go. Our truck driver, it's like an 18-wheeler for the Americans. And so, man, that's a really far walk. It'll be the farthest walk we've ever made in America. It's like 200 yards up and then 100 yards to the right at least. So, and then uphill. Anyways, we're gonna get this figured out and try and knock out setup. The truck driver just walked up there with one of the facility managers. So we'll see what happens when they come back. So, at least we got the video camera on video for once, you know? So, for you guys that don't know, in Europe, we haven't had matches recorded yet. So we are going to record the matches and attach them to their athlete's profile. So it's gonna be super cool. You'll be able to have an overlay and you have the people's names and their ranks and their divisions and all that good stuff up there, as well as the matches recorded. So you'll be able to see it live and you'll be able to see it later on YouTube. The other cool thing is we have an instant replay for referees. So if somebody throws the bag to challenge a call, we have a button that we can hit in order to see the replay for the previous minute. And it's pretty cool. So that's some of the upgrades that we're bringing to Europe right now, and we're excited to show everybody. And our first stop in showing people is Berlin.
Oh, it was great. A bit stressful, but everything goes great at the end of the day, as it always do. But I had a few concerns and issues, but everything goes well at the end of the day. So I'm super happy. A lot of good feedbacks from people around, from locals, from guys from Berlin.
Oh yeah, all the guys from Berlin said they will be back at the next Berlin for sure. They said they'll be at every event. Like, big support. A lot of guys think that this is going to absolutely blow up in 2024. Right, we've got a lot of good feedback. Got the Polish team that was here that we told them we're going to Poznan, Warsaw, and Włocławek.
Yeah, they already told me, the main coach told me that for the next one in Berlin, they're going to bring like 40, 50 competitors from Poland, because they love the tournament, they love the vibe, I am Polish, so I heard how they talk about setup. So they came and, whoa, that's the cool mat. Everything around was cool. Like visually, I mean, like mats, they cannot compete with these mats.
Yes, I mean, I like the mats. I don't know if they're used to the barricades.
A little bit. Sometimes no, because people love to sit around the mat as close as it possible. Sometimes too close.
Tournaments let you too.
Yeah,
you. I try not to be a jerk, but eventually I'm like, hey, you guys got to stand behind the barricades.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll get people used to that, because then eventually they're breathing on the coach's neck.
Yeah. And it's dangerous for competitors. You know, they're gonna go fall on somebody and safety is the first thing we care about. Yeah. So we don't want people just fall on each other or lay too close. So yeah,
super late setup. Late setup sucks, but we had to, and it was better. We had a one-way street to try and get the truck on, so that was some stuff we had to combat.
Stressful.
It's going to be stressful right now because we're going to have to go put all the stuff in the truck, load it on the street. Truck's going to back down a one-way illegally,
we're trying to load the truck super fast, and
Yeah, things got
before
to
cars come. But overall, it was really well. We got some new improvements. We're gonna get we got the new cameras, we got the new laptop system. 2023, we got the new barricades and stuff. We'll also be getting new tablecloths. Those are the old tablecloths we had to tie. I hate those.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll have new tablecloths.
Also, banner on the podium gonna be horizontal, not vertical. Yeah, that's another thing.
And for you guys to check this out too, we're gonna try and do super fights, single mat, stadium seating in a small, cozy environment. Nothing on the schedule yet, but we're looking at January because there's not a ton going on in January in Belgium, and then in the summer when it's downtime, we're gonna book 2 and try and start the super fights in Europe. It's a little like the American style, so we're gonna try that.
So guys, if you interested in this, Maxim, AGF, send me your name. We're gonna talk. Maybe you are the one we're looking for. We're gonna definitely look for from blue belts. No. Blue belts are people too. Yeah, we want blue belts, we want purple belts.
Kids.
Kids.
I'd say kids matches.
Brown belts, black belts, and it's gonna be super good event. Yeah, around January we're still planning the date, setting up the date, but it's gonna be super cool. You're not gonna regret it if you come to watch or you're gonna compete at it. So please send me your details.
Live streamed.
Yeah.
Commentated. I'll commentate it as well too. So you'll be able to see it live and on commentary. I don't think a bunch of people are used to that here, so it'll be really fun. And that'll be something exciting. When we do.
How many of you have commentated match and grappling ever? Like probably top elite athletes. The rest of you know. Yeah. So it's gonna be your opportunity to have one. It's you can know what you're doing good or what you're doing bad from the side of commentator. I think it's gonna be nice, and you should be part of it. If you don't, you're gonna miss out a lot of good things.
And a lot of people train, a lot of people go to tournaments, but when you go to a super fight, well, you better be good. You're putting it online, and everybody's watching you outside of the tournament too. So we want those good people. Gonna bring it, and you're gonna bring tickets too. Can you sell tickets? That's the question, because it's gonna be about ticket sales, not just showing up to compete. We want you to bring a crowd. So if you can bring a crowd and you can bring some spectators, those are the people that we want too. So look out for that. And man, what do we got next? We got October 22nd, we got Rotterdam. November 4th, we got Włocławek, Poland.
Then
December 2nd, Amsterdam. So
Amsterdam.
That's the rest of 2023. And then we are going to smash 2024 in Europe.
Yeah, 2023 was warm up. You will see how many tournaments comes in 2024. Guys, basically, if you choose AGF, you can compete every week in every corner of Europe. So just go for it. Well, I can say more. Black belts compete for free. Where are you at, guys? I was waiting for you. All the black belts here.
Dude, my guy didn't show up. He was in our division. Maxine, if you guys don't know, is also my second-degree black belt. So it was my chance to close out a division with my homie and my black belt. We didn't get that opportunity because the guy didn't show up, didn't email. All you got to do is email us. That would have took you off the bracket. I wouldn't have came in so mentally ready to do it. I was super mad today. It would have been my first time competing in Germany, first time closing out with my European black belt. I'm on the carnivore diet for the people that follow me. It was my first time competing on that. I was going to do a story on that. So I guess I just got to do it on the next one. Enough about me, though. You guys come check it out. It's been a 5.5-minute video. We will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.
Take care. Bye.
Let's give him some hype. Here we go. Here we go.